Today, we're hiking in South Mountain State Park in western North Carolina. Hey CoreniaBug fans! Hope y'all are fantastic today! I'm so excited for today's video, and hopefully you'll stay tuned and come along this journey with me. We're going along a 2.5 mile hike at South Mountain State Park. It's a pretty well-maintained trail, as you'll see in the video, but the trail that we decided to take brings us to this gorgeous view. Isn't it amazing? Well, let's go ahead and start from the beginning. Come on, let's go. Okay, so we just parked the car and the parking lot is not super crowded, which is great. I think most of the people are here for a birthday party, so hopefully the trails aren't too crowded. And we're just passing the picnic area. There's a lot of folks having picnics, which is pretty cool, but they have so many awesome picnic tables and it's so shaded because of all the trees. So really good spot for a picnic. And up here, they've got a really nice bathroom facility before you start your hike. So I always make sure I stop at the bathroom facility before I head into the woods. Yeah. If you do hike in and camp, you have to register at the ranger station so they know you're here. I've never hiked in somewhere too far and camped because you gotta carry a lot of stuff. When you first get here, the trail here, the walking path is so wide, it's gigantic. And so it's pretty flat for a while. So if you do want to come and just go for like a short walk or a like really easy one, then they have a good like flat path, at least for a little while. Let's see. So Chestnut Knob Trail, Jacobs Fork River Gorge Overlook, Chestnut Knob Overlook, and Sawtooth Trail. Oh man, the Sawtooth Trail is pretty hard. That one's kind of steep. I don't know if I'm up for that one today. One of my favorite trails is this one, High Shoals Falls. But we saw a sign that says the falls are closed today. Oh no. But I'm still gonna take that trail because it's one of my favorites and we'll just see how close we can get. Let's go. Hopefully we'll see some woodland creatures, like some cute little animals, maybe. Oh no. Well, I guess we're gonna have to do one of the other trails. Oh no, it's not even close. The waterfall trail is like really, really close. Ow. And oh, look, a beetle. Oh no, it fell over. Let's try to help it. Let's see if we can help it get over. Here you go, buddy. Come on. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Now you're back on track. On your way. Oh, we get to see all these pretty butterflies. There's these little purple ones, and then there's this really pretty black and yellow one. Hey, little butterflies. Hello. Aw, so pretty. Still kind of a bummer that the waterfall trail is closed, and not just like, I thought maybe it would be closed like just at the waterfall, but no, like the whole trail is closed because it's a pretty long trail. And so that's kind of sad because I really wanted to show you guys the waterfall. Well, and of course I wanted to see it too, right? But we're gonna circle back and we're gonna go on one of the other trails that just kind of heads up the mountain, like into the woods a little bit. It's not near the water, but it'll still be a good hike and it'll have a great view. So let's see, which trail should we go on? Chestnut Knob, Jacob Fork River Gorge Overlook, or the Chestnut Knob Overlook? I guess we could just try the shorter one. This one, the Jacobs Fork River Gorge Overlook. Maybe that'll give us a great view, but not be like too strenuous, you know? All right, let's go. Up, up, and away. Mountain hiking is pretty funny, you know why? Because in the mountains it's always hilarious. Get it? You know, hilarious, because we're hiking on the mountain. This is the first time that I've been here since Hurricane Helene. And I know they had to close down for a while, the whole park, after Hurricane Helene, because there was so much damage and fallen trees. But this is the first time I've really seen like the openness, I guess. Like, it seems so much more open, but that's because all of these trees have fallen, and you can tell some of them, like right here, where they fell down over the trail, and then they had to cut the tree to open up the trail where it fell down. So there's a lot less trees, I think, than there used to be around here. I am at least glad that they were able to clear some of the trails and open it back up. So that's nice. And I don't know about the waterfall situation, if that actually has never opened back up, or if something new has happened, because we did have some storms recently. So maybe there's some new fallen trees or something that happened over there, but maybe we can find out later. Some of the views and rock formations and stuff are like so awesome. It's really easy to take it for granted. So here in North Carolina today, it is 95 degrees, so kind of hot to be out here. And the humidity is like 85% or something. It is very humid, but that's okay. We're still out here doing our thing, enjoying nature. Yeah. I came here once with my dad, like a long time ago when I was a kid, and we came for a special reptile program that they had. It was pretty cool. We learned all about reptiles and salamanders that you might find within South Mountain State Park. And then we got to go out on the trails and look for salamanders, and that was pretty awesome. We found a couple good ones. If you didn't know, North Carolina has the largest variety of salamanders of any other state in the US. Pretty cool. Basically, hiking is just walking, but it sounds cooler when you say hiking, right? These stairs look like they're up to something. Phew, I'm kind of out of breath. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. But there was this really cool swimming hole that I wanted to go to, and it's kind of funny because I've been going to this same swimming hole on and off over the years, and when I first started going, it was like this high, somewhere around like, you know, calf deep, but then it started to fill up, and then a couple years later I went and it's like waist deep, and like, whoa. And then the last time I was here, it was like this deep. And so I was curious to go there today and see how deep it is now, but it's closed. North Carolina actually has a lot of great hiking trails and amazing waterfalls. You can find a list online of all the super cool waterfalls and how far the hike is to get to them. Some of them are like right off the road if you go into the Blue Ridge Parkway, and then there are some that you have to hike quite a distance to be able to see, but usually it's totally worth it. I am still disappointed that I didn't get to show you guys the big waterfall because it's so cool and I really, really wanted to go over there. And it was crazy whenever we were trying to get closer to the waterfall trail. If you guys are interested in still seeing the South Mountain State Park waterfall, let me know and I would be happy to come back here again as soon as it opens so we can go check it out. Or there's some other cool waterfalls, like I said, around North Carolina. If that's something you would like to see me go do, and I can show you guys, then let me know down in the comments. Whoa! Oh my gosh, see, here's one of these fallen trees I was just talking about earlier that may have fallen during Hurricane Helene. But look at the root system on this thing. Holy guacamole. Oh my gosh. I'm sure it's all over the park. Just trees like this that did not weather the storm and that fell over. There's so many. Oh, wow. Oh, that's crazy. Also, even though we picked a shorter trail, it's still very difficult. I would say walking like, you know, mile and a half, 2 miles, 3 miles, whatever, on a track, like at the park or a treadmill or somewhere where it's totally flat, is so much easier than when you're out in the woods on the trail and then you've got bumps and lumps and rocks and things to look out for and elevation changes. You're up and down all over the place. So definitely a more difficult than just like walking on the treadmill. Oh my. That's pretty steep. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Let's go ahead and get, looks a little bit rocky. Ugh. Da-na-na, na-na-na. Whew. Even if you were looking for like a quick trip and you want to do some trail running, I don't think this is one of those trails that you want to be running across. Oh, another giant fallen tree. Oh boy. I wonder too if the path here seems like maybe it used to be a little bit wider, because in some spots like this the path is so narrow now, but it seems like probably again the flooding from the hurricane really like washed out some of the path here, so it seems like the path's a little more narrow now, but we're making our way. Oh, I guess we have to go over the tree. Oh boy. Okay. Phew, okay, we did it. Hot. It feels very hot. And I'm sweaty. Probably cotton t-shirt was not the best selection for today, but I just really wanted to wear my CoreniaBug shirt. So I am representing the CoreniaBug brand today, even though I'm wearing a cotton t-shirt. Huh, this is very interesting. Inside of this tree, it looks like I can almost crawl in here, but it seems like I see some ash and the inside of the tree is burned. I don't know if somebody just built their like campfire in here or if the rangers burned the tree for some reason. I don't know, but you can definitely tell that the tree has been burned. Wonder if it's bitter. Looks like the trail goes that way and kind of that way. I think this looks like the way. Looks like somebody dropped their Cheetos. I see Cheeto dust. See, Looks like Cheetos. I bet the ants are loving that. Oh my gosh. If I was an ant, I would like a little Cheetos snack. Maybe it's goldfish, but it looks, the color to me says Cheetos. Oh, there's some more. It's pretty cool when you see like a sunshiny spot where it's just shining through the trees and it almost looks glittery on the ground, like it's sparkly. And that I think is because of the little pieces of mica that are in the ground. And you can kind of see, where'd it go? Like some bigger pieces of mica. I don't know if that's gonna show very good on camera, but it kind of looks very like shiny, like a mirror. And I think like way back in history, they actually used to make mirrors out of mica. But it's pretty cool when you see specks like this on the trail and it's all shiny and glittery. Pretty cool. I did put on some sunscreen today, just a little bit of like mineral sunscreen. It's supposed to be better for you than the chemical sunscreens. But what's great about South Mountain State Park is even though a lot of trees have fallen, you still have a really good amount of tree coverage. So at least you're not in direct sunlight for like hours while you're hiking. So that's nice. You don't have to worry too much about getting sunburnt. We found the culprit. It wasn't Cheetos. It's cheese crackers. There it is. That is the culprit of the orange dust all over the ground.
Ooh, some ants trying to hunt.
Oh yeah. I can just imagine a whole big colony of ants coming and picking up the whole thing and taking it back to their anthill. It's gonna be a pretty good day if you're an ant. I wonder if they eat cheese crackers. Whoa, look at this weird tree. Oh my gosh, the tree is leaning over and it's kind of like, whoa. You know how like when you're a kid and you draw trees like in your cartoon drawings and stuff, or just like, you know, regular drawings? And for me, I would always draw the tree and you would put like that hole, you know, you draw a little hole in it because that's where the animals live, right? Well, here, this tree actually has one of those holes. It's just like the pictures. I wonder if this is a happy tree, you know, like Bob Ross would say, like a little happy tree. Okay, maybe I don't want to stick my head too far in there. Might get a not so great surprise. What did one tree say to the other tree? Hey, what? Oh, geez. What did one tree say to the other tree? Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, whoa. If you're over there and I'm over here. Whoa. I was just looking at that giant spidey web. It's pretty big. If you can see it up in the tree over there, there's a whole web of little spideys. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Wow-wee. We're spending most of our lives living in a spidey paradise. We got this web we built real nice. It's our little spidey paradise. Oh my gosh, that's so much spideys. Whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna walk this way. Look at all of these. Holy cow. Whoa. It's still kind of like humbling, I guess, like the amount of nature damage that a storm can do. I mean, there's some pretty intense storms and Helene was definitely one of them. I mean, the mountains just aren't really like prepared for winds and flooding like that. I know by the beach they get hurricanes like all the time, but in the western part of North Carolina, it's more rare that you have a hurricane like that severe. So when it hit the area, it was pretty intense and it caused a lot of damage. also not to just trees, but like people's homes. It was wild. But I'm glad that a lot of the areas are starting to recover and open back up. Asheville, if you haven't been to Asheville, there's some super cool hiking trails there, and also some great attractions like local breweries and the Biltmore House, and all of that is open and it's amazing and you should go visit. Wow, look at this cool tree. It's like a little bench. Let's see if it's sturdy. Oh yeah, rock solid. Let's go ahead and just take a little breather here, you know. Sometimes you just have to take a little rest and kick up your feet. Whoa! Thanks, tree. I appreciate the little rest. Yeah. How cool! I am glad that this trail isn't as people-y as the other trails we were on, but I can see why. It is a lot more difficult and more steep than some of the other trails. So a lot of people, I'm sure, are just kind of looking for a light walk, you know? And then this one, you're definitely gonna get your heart rate up and you're gonna be feeling it in your legs and your quads, which is great if you want to work out. That's kind of one reason why I came today, is to get my steps in. Got to get those 10,000 steps a day. Got to get my heart rate up, because if you didn't know, I have been on quite the weight loss journey over the course of a long time. But I've really been trying to get serious lately, and I'm eating a lot better, watching my macros and my calories. I did post a couple of weight loss videos where I was weighing in every week, and I haven't done that in quite some time. I just kind of stopped posting about it, but I'm still doing it and I am still tracking. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know if you'd like to see a weight loss update video, because I can definitely make one of those for you guys. Also, one of the ways that I track my steps is through my Fitbit watch. And I really like Fitbit, and I've used it for years, a very long time. I think since like 2017 or 2018, I've been using Fitbit, and I love the tracking on it. It keeps up with your steps, your heart rate, your sleep, all that stuff. And no, this is not a Fitbit promo, but, oh, time out. Jacob Fork River Gorge Overlook. That's where we are right now. We made it. Whoa, what a pretty view.
South Mountain State Park is North Carolina's largest state park. It covers just over 20,900 acres and has over 40 miles of trails.
It's so pretty. And this is so relaxing. It's a great spot to just sit and really soak it in. It feels good to just, you know, be in nature and away from all the like hustle and bustle of daily life, and just kind of separate yourself from all the technology that really like consumes our lives every day. So it's really nice just to take a break from all that and enjoy a beautiful view. As I was saying before, that we stopped to enjoy the beautiful, gorgeous view, is that I've been using Fitbit for a really long time. But recently, Google bought Fitbit, and I don't know if I'm a fan, honestly. They've changed the app, and they changed the app like interface, or like main screen is okay. It's not too difficult to navigate, but they have changed the way that you like enter your food and some of the other aspects, and I'm not a fan necessarily. So if you also use Fitbit, which is now the Google Health app, let me know your thoughts if you're kind of having trouble using the new Google Health app, or if you like it, if you're a big fan, let me know, because I am a little like questionable on it so far, but maybe it'll grow on me, I guess. We'll see. You know, initially I was gonna stop at the Jacobs Overlook. That was gonna be the turnaround point. But I have been watching quite a few like Mount Everest videos lately. I don't know why, but I just found them to be very interesting. And so, you know what? Today, I say, to the summit. Let's go. Look who I found. I ran into a trusty old friend, Mr. Stick. Hey, Mr. Stick. Yeah, I always meet up with Mr. Stick whenever I'm out hiking. Yeah, he helps guide me in the right direction. You ready, Mr. Stick? Which way do we go? Oh, that way? Okay. Also, Mr. Stick helps me with spidey webs because sometimes, especially if you're on a trail early in the morning and nobody has been on the trail yet, there tends to be quite a few spidey webs. So we have Mr. Trusty Stick who helps get those out of the way for us. And also, I just feel like Harry Potter. You can see some water over there. It looks like maybe a lot more water used to run through this spot here. I did pack a lunch. I brought some tuna packets and some bread and a protein shake. Yeah, so at some point later, we'll stop and have a little picnic lunch. Yeah. We're doing it. We're making it. We're on our way. It's kind of wild that South Mountain State Park is only 30 minutes from my apartment driving time. And I've always grown up in Western North Carolina. Oh geez. Okay. All right, but I've always grown up in Western North Carolina, and I think that it is one of those things you just take for granted that someone from the city or from out west or in a place that they don't have a park like this that they can go to is, for them, I'm sure, crazy to come to a place like this. Whereas somebody for like me, I've experienced it quite a few times in my life and have easy access to it anytime I want. So I think it's important to appreciate the place where you live, because to somebody else, that place might be, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Exotic, you know, might be exotic to someone who's not from your area. So it's really cool sometimes to just be a tourist in your own town and look for things that maybe somebody else who's not from your area might appreciate if they were coming to a new place. I don't know if you guys ever been bitten by a red fire ant, but it's pretty painful. And one time my husband got bit in the face or somewhere on his neck or something, and oh my gosh, his whole face turned red and swelled up like a balloon. It was crazy. I mean, he's okay obviously, but it was kind of scary at the time. So even though those ants are small, they are mighty, and their bitey is gonna get you in trouble. Look how adorable! I know it might seem silly, but look at this cute pine cone. It's so tiny, and it's hanging on its tree there. Oh my gosh, look. It's so cute. See, and that's just some of the adorable little things that you might see if you go out hiking in the woods. Little tiny adorable pine cones. Wow. Okay, this is something cool. It's not all spideys, but caterpillars, I think. There's like, okay, maybe some spideys in there? No. But I see little caterpillars. Oh my gosh. And if you look down here, like at this bottom one, you can actually see all of these, if you can see them. They're inside of there. All those little caterpillars inching around. Whoa, there's so many. Oh, they're so cute, just inching along there. Aw, wow. Well, I'm gonna try not to disturb them, but I really wanna see if you guys can get a close look in there at these cute little caterpillars. I see a few ants crawling on there too. I wonder if they're trying to infiltrate the caterpillar's nest, if they're wanting to get in on those caterpillars. you guys have a good day. Goodbye. Oh man, those are so adorable. It's not always about the destination. It's about the adventure. Don't judge the journey. Sometimes when you think like, oh, I think we're almost there. And then you realize like, no, there's still a ways to go. Critter, it's a lizard. It's one of the cool like salamander lizards I was telling you guys about, and we're gonna try to get it on camera right here. Right, we've got a great specimen here of the North Carolina lizard, so let's try to get him on camera. He's kind of camouflaged there in the leaves, but I think we can see him if we sneak up on him. Let's go. Can you guys see him? He's right there. I mean, he's right there. Right there is the North Carolina lizard. Hello, little lizard. Hey, buddy. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's on the tree. He's on the tree. Hey, buddy. Hopefully you're having a good day there, little lizard. You're all right, you're all right. He's all right, he's all right. Okay, let's leave him be. Leave him be. We're gonna move along the trail.
Hey, you're all right, mate. You're all right.
All right, we've just seen some more local wildlife. We came across a group of American teenagers, but they can be kind of wild, so you have to be careful. But if you ever find yourself in an encounter with the American teenager, and you have a phone, just give them the phone. It'll calm them right down and you'll be safe. Woohoo! That was close. Here we go.
Brilliant, vividly, brilliantly colored snake
You're
in
right,
the entire
you're right.
world.
Okay, we see another sign that tells us how far. So we've got Chestnut Knob Trail, Chestnut Knob Overlook, Sawtooth Trail, and Sawtooth campsites. So you can camp, it's still 0.7 miles away, which is crazy because if you had all your hiking camping gear on you, oh man, we already came so far. It's hard to imagine doing that with an extra like 25 or 50 pounds or however much stuff that you're hiking in with. But I think the one that we want is going to be this one, the Chestnut Knob Overlook. I think that'll give us the best view. Let's go! Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen so much pine cones hanging on a tree like that. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Look at them all! Oh, they're so pokey! Ow! Oh! Oh, they're so pokey! Whoa! I mean, obviously the tree is like falling down and it looks like it died, but look at all those pine cones! No horsies on this trail. I seen a little place back there where you have to tie up your horse and leave him back there if you're gonna continue on this part of the trail. It does look pretty steep. I don't think I'd want to go on there if I was a horsey. Whoa! It's kind of wild how the view changes at different parts of the trail, because now we actually have a lot of tree coverage and it feels like we're heading into the enchanted forest. Like it's getting a little more dense here. Pretty cool. I always wanted to go to the, oh, another lizard. Hello. Hey lizard, can you tell me which way to the enchanted forest? Oh, it's this way? Oh, thanks. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, it's steep right here. Gotta be careful. Here we are! We've reached the summit! I'm so excited! I can't wait to see the view. That's the reward for all our hard work to get here. Oh, let's go take a look! Yeah. Oh, wow! Oh my gosh! Wow! We're on top of the world! Aww. Definitely mountain's majesty. Oh my goodness. It also reminds me of when we were driving through West Virginia recently, because all the views were like this in the area we were driving through West Virginia. You can see so far over that way. It may or may not be apparent that I am by in no means a professional rock climber, but we're doing our best here, okay? Oh, another lizard. Hello. Whoa. Phew. Oh gosh, we made it back to the parking lot, and it was quite the hike down. We didn't film that part because it did start to rain on us a little bit, and I didn't want to get the camera wet. But what an amazing adventure today! Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here at South Mountain State Park, and hopefully I'll get to go to some other parks this summer too. But it was a great time today, and my legs are like jello. Oh my gosh. What we thought was gonna be like maybe a 2-mile hike turned into double that. It was a 5-mile hike and a little bit more than 5 miles that we did today. So I'm pooped. Oh my gosh. But I can't wait to see you in the next video. If you haven't already, make sure that you like and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any CoreniaBug adventures in the future. Goodbye.